observing the extra material, I defer to Adlana Caladwen and her How the Extra Material Permeates the Material, in which she postulates that wealth and debauchery increase the exposure of one's soul to the extra material, perhaps even in a similar way to overtransfusion. With these conclusions at my behest, were I to journey the streets of Ornsire, not one who I asked, but those with some soul illness might affirm the following question: is the Vasar someone to worship? He is definitively not a deity, having not claimed such a position, or believed to be in such a position by those closest to him, his people and officials, despite fitting this set of criteria. I should now address my own biases. Being an ex-tribal Giravgel of the Giravian archipelago, I was inundated with the idea that the Binavkarin were beings to worship. They were deity, and I was mundane. I was meant to live a life conducting ritualistic war until eventual death, either from battle or old age. My Bavlin was replaced by my Bavyek within my 8th turn. By my 12th, 4 more had come and gone, and I forever knew a Bavkar until I finally escaped. I do not doubt the existence of the Binavkarin, but as for the actions begged of my people, I make no such claim. If the stories are true, our due was paid when we fought in the western coasts, so I am inclined to claim that such behavior, belief and subservience, is not only unnecessary, but perhaps not even truly requested by those we call gods. The premise of contract disputes the immutable nature of contracts made with higher beings quite convincingly. If this point of view and my own definition are at all correct, it is more than possible that many of these so-called deities are more flexible in what they might ask of us puny mortal beings. Do they even seek some kind of worship out of an innate need, or is this an assumption we assign to appease our anxious efforts to pull stability from the extra material? I suggest the latter, but with gentle conviction. So I don't think I've quite got it perfect where I want it, but I was happy with this. Just a nice little spurt of inspiration from this prompt. I'm a little far off as opposed to the actual relationships. I wrote about someone discussing those relationships and how they actually don't really see evidence for the way that their culture around them currently views it and has been affected by the culture that they left from home. I was inspired by a lot of different things, a lot of current cultural problems and things that people deal with, and it was a very fun thing to write. Let me know what you think. What relationship do gods or deities have with the mortals that worship them in your world? Thanks for building together.